What up? What up? Shout out buyer seller. First one in the chat, homie. Shout out Dun Daughter. Second one in the chat, homie. Shout out to you boys. I mean, you should know by now. When I got the thumbnail as like Q&A stream, that's last resort, you know? That shit last resort. I do have some stuff for you guys as usual. Tony, what's poppin', homie? Shout out member Tony. Check out that membership. Shout out member Space Kid. What's poppin', Tony and Space Kid? Nah, but yeah, I mean, this will probably be one of those streams for the week where I'll use this day to recharge my batteries or something. So it won't be that long. I hate to disappoint. Soda Pop, what's poppin', homie? What's poppin'? But I mean, I don't know, man. What's there to talk about today? Well, can I say this? I've been on the money. The last resort, man. UFC is really this dry, huh? Well, it's like, bro, this is what happens when it's back-to-back weeks of BS main events, you know, that don't mean anything. I don't even remember who fought before Aljo. Does anyone remember that? Who fought before Aljo? It was a no-name main event, right? Last resort streams be the best anyway, LOL. Honestly, this might be the best because I got a couple things in the weeds for you guys that we haven't fully talked about. Soda Pop, what's poppin', homie? Good to see you in here. So, I mean, can I just get these out of the way? I don't want to talk about it for too long. You know, I don't always want to make something of nothing, but these are the headlines. Islam versus Ian Gary, UFC 330, August 15th. Ariel is reporting this is in the works. Also, Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor 2, Conor McGregor's return, UFC 329 for International Fight Week. I like it. Honestly, I like it. I think it's a bit charitable for Max Holloway, but shit, I guess he deserves it. It's fine. But I don't want to be sold a narrative that Max Holloway is one of the best in the world still after beating McGregor. You know, if we want to see where Max Holloway still stands, he needs to fight a Gamrot. He needs to fight a Sarukian. He needs to fight a top-ranked contender. He needs to fight a Paddy Pimblett. But, you know, this will do for now. This will do for now. Paddy versus BSD at 329 too. Okay. All right. Well, if Paddy beats BSD and Max beats McGregor, I think it's written in the stars. I mean, shit, if BSD beats Paddy, it's still written in the stars. You know, Max Holloway versus the winner. Regardless of Holloway versus McGregor, he's at 170. Did Ariel say anything about that? LFG McGregor. Honestly, if we're not going to get McGregor Diaz, 3, okay. McGregor Holloway 2 will suffice. Ian Gary, Islam Makhachev, that is the fight to make. I'm glad it's getting booked. But I did want to mention this just because we're on this topic. I was lifting with my homie at the gym today. I ran into him as I was getting there, so we just lifted together. And he's a pretty big casual. He's not like the same casual that I usually refer to. He's another homie. But the number one thing, his number one gripe about the UFC, without me even asking him, he just knows that I cover the sport. So he figured, he just offer up his opinion. But without me even asking him, his first issue was that we're not getting, the best fights in the UFC in the form of Ilya versus Islam. The casual fans, they want Ilya versus Islam. That's what they want. And the UFC did them totally wrong by, being cheapskates and not wanting to pay for the fight at the UFC White House. I do think Islam beats Ian. I do think Ilya beats Gaethje. I do think they'll be bigger, right, after these wins. So we got to run it then. No more delaying it. Islam gets past Ian Gary at UFC 330 in August. Ilya gets past Justin Gaethje at UFC White House in June. We got to run this fight at the end of the year. Before the end of the year, we got to run this fight. December. Islam versus Ilya. I mean, Islam sits out for the first 7 months or 8 months. Come on, bro. Come on. This is the fight the fans want. I told you guys I test the waters all the time with the casuals. The fans, they want this fight. They want this fight. So good on the UFC for booking, Gary versus Islam at the very least. Um Morales versus Islam would have been just criminal. Just because it's like Morales didn't really beat a number one contender. He beat Sean Brady. Sean Brady is like a circumstantial number one contender. He wasn't really a number one contender. He only got there because of circumstantial shit. Sitting out, fighting at the right times. Don't want to really go over it, but Sean Brady stepping up to fight Leon Edwards. He only got there because it was circumstantial. It wasn't like, Morales really beat a true number one contender in the form of like a Movsar, a Lerone. Even, Ian Gary's more of a number one contender. Ian Gary's more of a number one contender, than Michael Morales, in my opinion. He beat the former champion, Bilal. Now, you could say it's boring, but, it is what it is. Tuxedo, what's poppin', homie? Thank you for the $2 dono. Saying, why the fuck would they give Conor such a hard fight? Well, I mean, that's probably the easiest, right? I imagined they were going to give Conor like a fucking Protez or something. I know Protez already booked with JDM, but people were thinking about that a couple months ago. They're like, McGregor versus Protez, that would have been really bad, Tux. Not even to say that Protez is better than a Max Holloway, although he might give him a lot of problems. But yeah, I mean, Max Holloway, at least they come from the same era, the same generation. So it's not like Max is a young buck versus an old head, Who would you like to have seen McGregor fight, Tux? Soda Pop goes, Tony says LFG McGregor. Soda Pop goes, Patty's friend posted it. Yeah, I saw Patty was like hinting at his new opponent on YouTube and shit. We are going to beat Islam, Team Gary for life. Damn, okay, Soda Pop. I mean, Ian Gary can put Islam out. He can. No, Conor is like Diego Lopez level at this point. He should be fighting Nate Diaz or Diego Sanchez. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, Max Holloway, I fear he's up in that point, Tux. I fear Max Holloway's entering his, his Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, Diego Sanchez era. I believe, Holloway entering that era. I want a Conor versus Chaos Williams. The thing is, you have to realize, not that I even think Soda Pop's being serious, but if you are, that's crazy work, homie. But the thing is with McGregor, you need a guy who can sell as well, right? I meant Sanchez. I know, homie. But with McGregor, you need a guy that can sell. So you got to keep that in mind. A name. Max Holloway's a name. Okay, and then I just want to go over the Carlos Ulberg statement from Prochazka. Prochazka basically blaming Joe Rogan. Now, Prochazka, he's kind of a head case. Even calling calling Carlos a stripper. It's like, you guys still think he's this autistic nice guy? Never forget when he gave the guy who impersonates him a hard time. And he's like, oh, I don't like when you do these stupid things. I don't really like Jiri. I'm just keeping it a buck down the middle for myself. Don't really like Jiri. His response to Ulberg, didn't really like it. He wants to be rare. It's like, you want to be rare, homie? What the hell? Wants to return against Paulo. Okay. So Jiri firing back at Ulberg for calling him a pretender. Oh, I can see that. I mean, Jiri, like I said, the guy who impersonated him, did you see him at his fight week? No, because Jiri hated on him to his face and like told him he doesn't like it. And he's like, I don't like when you're doing this stupid shit. It's like, okay, so now that dude doesn't promote him anymore. Yuri calling Carlos Ulberg a stripper and shit like that. Like, this dude just isn't who he claims to be. This dude is having a really hard time adjusting to fatherhood. Something tells me he's gonna leave the girl eventually. Like, Yuri just seems like a fucking 16-year-old trapped in a 32-year-old's body. If you just want me to call it down the middle, telling you my true thoughts, sorry if it's disrespectful, but it's like Yuri just reminds me of a 16-year-old in like a 32-year-old's body. It's wild to me. But let's listen to this. He reminds me of the 16-year-old when he speaks about being a father. He's just so confused. He's just so confused. Even look at him now. He just like, does he not give 16-year-old in a 32-year-old's body? Crazy work. It's like the way he talks about fatherhood. It's from the country Yuri's from. They're just slow thinkers. Guy can't put together a sentence. I guess he can't speak English well. LOL, Topuria losing to Gaethje. You too funny, man. Who the fuck? Oh, Conor versus Gaethje. Says buyer seller. Well, I mean, yeah. If Gaethje were to get past Topuria. Okay, let's play the clip.
Carlos, in my interactions with him, is a pretty sort of like even keel guy. He doesn't get too high, too low. But when I spoke to him in the Monday after the fight, after he won, he had some, some criticism of you, which I think you may have seen because you alluded to it maybe in your video of some of the things that he was saying about you, that he didn't believe that you were showing him mercy, and he called you a pretender and things like that. Did you see these things, and did it bother you, the things that he was saying after the fight?
What you especially mean? I want to react directly for these things. No
Sure.
other things.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. He said he called you a pretender. He was saying that you're not the tough martial artist that you sort of exude, that we believe you are, and that when he was facing off with you, he felt this sort of fear from you, that you were fearing him. Did you see that? And if so, what do you make of that statement?
I don't want to hear these bullshit from a stripper. Yeah, this is it. I don't want to, like, in a humble to react for these things. I believe that in the cage, we are like the fighters. We are one of the most rare people in the world. And anybody think, if somebody think that I prepared my words after the fight to tell the crowd, like, I saw a mercy, I was so merciful, man. First of all, I didn't say that. I didn't say that because Joe Rogan told me it was a mercy, and I think, like, it was not about like the mercy, but I just saw him. He was hurt, and then I didn't accept the scenario of the fight. It can be easy fight because only thing I know is the hard work. Keep the working.
So him saying he didn't accept the scenario that the fight would be easy, it tells to what I'm saying. He didn't accept the scenario that the fight was now easy because Ulberg was injured. And, by not accepting the scenario that the fight was going to be easy, I think what he's really trying to say, because there's an English translation here, English is his second language. I think what he's really trying to say is that, when he got injured, I wanted the fight to be called. I didn't accept that, like, I wanted to take the easy win and beat him up and knock him out. I wanted the fight to be called. I wanted Ulberg to call it. I wanted the referee to call it. I wanted somebody to call it. I didn't want to get the easy win. I think that's what he's really trying to say. I didn't want to get the easy win. I wanted somebody to call it, It wasn't mercy, right? I just didn't want to get the easy win. I wanted them to call it. I thought they would. I really think that's what he's trying to say. And I mean, we got fucking, people in here saying he needs a translator. You know what I mean? Somebody just said this. Yeah, Tux goes, bro needs a translator. No way he sounds this dumb. It's like I'm trying to sound it out for you guys. I think that's what it is. He didn't want to take the easy win. He says, easy fight, but I think he's trying to say I didn't want to take the easy win. I didn't accept that, and then I got knocked out. Didn't expect that from Jiri, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna speak on the whole stripper thing. But no, let me just say about it now. It's like, yeah, Jiri, so Ulberg's a stripper, but it's like, is that the samurai way? Like, which way are you? That's what I noticed with Jiri. Like, he claims to be a samurai, right? But, Ulberg's a stripper. He downs Ulberg. He says, oh, I'm a better man than Ulberg in the lead up to the fight. Ulberg's not on my level, right? He's not the same type of man as me. I don't know if that's a samurai way. Not that it's disrespectful and like I'm against it, but it's like you get two things from Jiri. You get like, let's go for that. And then you get the shit talking, and then you get the samurai thing. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to coincide. Like if you're this respectful warrior, then why are you calling Ulberg a stripper? Why are you stooping to his level? I know you're just human, but I mean, you don't make yourself seem human. You make it seem like you're the master samurai. Imagine getting KO'd by a stripper with one good leg. I know. I get he's speaking a second language, but geez, I know, Tux, I know. He's just not champion material. Dude, it's MMA beat his ass. I know. Thanks for the better translation, Perry. I mean, that's my interpretation. That's my interpretation. Who knows if I'm right, but I think, that's what he's really trying to say. Def, not the Miyagi way. Okay, there we go, Space Kid. It's definitely not the Miyagi way. It's confusing me. I'm all for, obviously, I support the trash talkers. Sean Strickland, Joaquin Buckley, even McGregor trash talk with Ilya, but it's like these guys don't act like they're above it. Jiri acts like he's above it, and then he stoops to the level. I mean, I get where Yuri's coming from. Ulberg is talking trash because he's mad at the notion that Jiri showed mercy, but Jiri never even said that. The fans and commentators said it. No, Jiri said it. Jiri did say it. And Jiri also claimed he was compromised, Eric. He said, I was at 45% of my ability when he got injured and shit like that. That's, I think that might be after. No. I think he said that like right after the fight. Bro, Jiri been making all these excuses. I don't think you should move the goalposts like that, Eric. Jiri been making tons of excuses. Ulberg was in the right to be frustrated. We've been over this. I don't need to go over it again, but I guess I will. Ulberg has every right to be upset. They're taking away the great feat. Whatever happened to Jiri happened to Jiri. Whatever effects of the injury that Jiri received, I mean, that's bullshit, bro. Why are we paying more attention to Jiri being affected by an injury than we are to the actual fighter who overcame an injury and fought through an injury? Especially in times where we got guys like Tom Aspinall, and others who are going out off of leg injuries, right? This dude stood in there, banged it out, no diddy, got the knockout, and people are more focused on Jiri being affected by the injury than the actual guy who overcame the injury. Do the math. Do the math. So, I mean, there's no way in hell I'm going to let that slide by where it's like Yuri's valid. I get where Yuri's coming from. He has a reason to be bad. No, he doesn't. Ulberg had every reason to go after Jiri. And Jiri did take the mercy excuse. Now he's pulling back on it, saying like, I didn't mean that. Joe said it. But it's like, bro, I mean, you've played into this quite a bit because you wanted your rematch. Now you've seen the fan backlash. This is what I hate. I always hate when people read the comments and then they change their mind. And then they act like they didn't read the comments and like nothing ever happened in between. If you're going to change your mind after reading the comments, then acknowledge what's the negative things that have been said about you. Say you're wrong and they're right. And then say, we can move on. But if you're not going to do that, bro, you don't just get to read the comment section, switch your whole narrative, and then just like, I'm going to hop on the train. This wasn't the narrative after the fight. Joe Rogan offered it up on a silver platter and you took it. You know, so don't act like you didn't take it. You could say that Joe Rogan offered it up, but that doesn't mean you didn't take it. So let's hear the rest though.
The opponent through the hard work, and right now, this time, it showed me it can be really easy, and I was not prepared for this scenario. And about the things what he's saying right now, like, congrats, he's the champion. Really, he catched me. I accept that. But all these things what he said, like, about I played something, maybe I'm too old to play something, whatever. I want to be rare. I want to be real. And that was bullshit. That was bullshit what he said. And I don't want to say any more things and some excuses. I don't care. I lost, accept, and let's go back. I really right now looking forward to be back in the work. Really understand what I need to change inside of myself, inside the team, inside all my preparation. Just hard work, be precise, faster, stronger, and smarter in the fight. Yeah.
Bioseller says, you are indeed rare, Jiri. I mean, that's what I've been calling Cap on. I think Yuri's regular just like all of us. I think he's just like the rest of us. I think this dude trying to be rare, you know, and I'm seeing through it a bit. You know, that's what I think. I think dude trying to be rare, soft. Shout out to Andrew Nance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say really. I've said what I needed to say about Jiri here. But I will say that it's like Jiri even says that like I thought I saw the fight was easy. You know, I want it in a way. He says I want to get that one back, and it's like, bro, you're still not acknowledging shit. The fight was not easy. You didn't get dwindled down to 40% of your skill set off of another man getting injured. You simply got caught by a day one, you know, trick. A day one trick. Ulberg, he keep in the open stance, right? He goes peekaboo defense for a second, right? So that, you know, the left hook isn't the threat anymore for Jiri. He goes peekaboo so that Jiri feels comfortable entering in. As soon as Jiri enters in, he's going to go with the left hook and clip him, right? He flexes it. He goes open stance, boom, peekaboo. Jiri, and then he goes, he's anticipating it, right? So he goes peekaboo. He's anticipating it. He throws it. Jiri doesn't bite yet. Okay, he does the same thing again, and Jiri bites. He goes boom, cover. He goes boom, cover up. Boom, anticipates it, connects with him that time, puts him out. And it's like Jiri over here saying, "Oh, the fight was easy. I'm gonna easily beat this dude. You know, I only lost because I was compromised." Like, bro, like, come on. Like, what? I mean, you're not acknowledging the real thing that happened in there. You think that this is an easy fight. You know, you took the L already, and not only that, but you got knocked out by a guy on one leg. What do you think he's gonna do to you on two? You couldn't finish him when he was on one leg. You're making these excuses as if like you could do it, right? You just didn't. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I could have done it. I just didn't. You know, it's easy. Well, if it was so easy, why didn't you do it on one leg? Oh, because I got scared. You know, and I got, you know, nervous. I suffered a leg injury back in the day. I didn't want to compromise him too. Well, homie, you got to take that shit on the chin. You know, sometimes you can't come back from an L. And that's an L that you got to, you know, I don't think you could come back from. Leaves his hands down, says Buyer Seller. That's the double problem. So not only does he bite on day one techniques, Buyer Seller, but, you know, he doesn't even keep his hands up when he enters. There's a lot of problems with Jiri. But again, only with Jiri, you know, I say all that to say, but again, if you ask Jiri what the problem is, it's none of the things I mentioned. It's the fact that he showed Ulberg mercy. It's the fact that he got squeamish towards another man's leg injury in a cage fight with his daughter days away from being born. And people are going to say, oh, you know, he's going to be like, oh, how dare you disrespect my daughter? I ain't disrespecting nothing. I'm just telling you what you did. You know? I don't need to disrespect nothing. I'm just telling you exactly what you did. You got squeamish in a cage fight, you know, with your daughter on the way, homie. That's, you know, rare as in the octagon. Please get his face off the screen, low-key annoying me. He's like looking right into my soul. Yeah, he definitely rare in the octagon. One of a kind in the octagon. What's up? What's up, Tyler Betts? What's poppin', homie? Space Kid says, I thought he was playing with this food. Don't forget he feints the left hook 3 times. No, I know, Space Kid. Never forget that. And Jiri bit on like the 3rd one. McGregor's back. Yeah, McGregor's back. These crazy white boys yelling McGregor's back. Yeah, McGregor back, Tyler Betts, against my boy Max Holloway. You know, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Tucks don't like it too much, but that's all right. Okay, so I did want to see Dana White, Ariel's reaction to Dana White being a tough cookie. Just wanted to kind of see it. Daddy, why can't we afford college? Mercy. Shout out Tux. Thank you for the $2 donut, homie. I mean, yeah. I couldn't have said it better. Do we got to go to Jedi Goodman? Okay, Ariel reacts to Dana White's comments. You know, this is a funny thing for me. I want to say this about Ariel. Is like these things do become bits. I wonder if my bit is hating on Ariel. I wonder if you guys like think about me when Ariel does something stupid, because I do think of Ariel when Dana White does something stupid. This has become a bit. So yeah, I like these bits where Ariel reacts to Dana White. He always has something to say because he just hates the man. So let's hear it. I don't blame him for hating Dana. You know, he's allowed to hate Dana. Let's watch it though. Ariel's reaction to Dana White being a tough cookie.
Dana White was in attendance. And I think we knew in advance he was going to be in attendance. Nevertheless, there were a couple times Saturday into Sunday where I was compelled to tweet something about the videos which showed his reaction to the incident. And I was like, you know what? Let me just save this one for the program. Because I found his reaction to be, I didn't expect Dana White to be there like quivering or crying or anything like that or shaken up. He's not that guy. He's not, you know, he's never been that guy. But the giddiness in which he exudes in the aftermath, the immediate aftermath of this experience is akin to you or I out there going on like some insane roller coaster and then debriefing about the experience with your friends. Like, that was awesome. That was insane. That was incredible. I was blown away that he would have that kind of reaction after experiencing a potential assassination of his good friend. By all accounts, that is what this man was there to do. And he was reacting to it like he had just been through some amazing, fun, exhilarating experience. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, here's the footage.
It started getting noisy. Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was a pretty crazy, unique experience.
So you were on the aisle. What exactly did you see?
We were sitting right in front of the table.
Okay.
Right in front of where the
We gotta
president
go,
was.
guys.
Yes. And what exactly happened? So someone got tackled or like what?
Nobody got tackled, but
Okay.
guys came in looking for shooters. And they came toward our table. I thought the shooter was over by us or something. But,
Someone outside. So you didn't see the actual
Unique
attacker
experience.
himself. Okay.
It was effing awesome. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought that he had just been through some, like I said, some amazing roller coaster, a water slide. I was just
Nah, that's actually like super on point. This is super on point. Dana did act like he was debriefing after like getting off a roller coaster. You know, his eyebrows are perked up. He's smiling, you know, showing his little baby teeth. He's smiling, showing them little baby teeth. His eyebrows perked up. He's like, that was awesome. Ariel, he's spot on with this one.
on vacation with my kids. They had these crazy water slides. I stood on this like ledger, and then they opened the trap door and you go down. That was my reaction after the water slide. Is it possible that he is that void of any sort of like human emotion or excitement in his life at this point? It's like something like that gets that type of reaction out of him. I was blown away. I don't want to use the word like, the word psychotic came to mind because I can't imagine having that type of reaction to a potential assassination. Now, anyone out there is going to listen to this and say you're a snowflake, you're this or that. A, that's his friend. And B, you're saying, hey, they told us to get down. I was like, I wasn't getting down. I was watching that with popcorn. I just couldn't imagine having that type of reaction. Now, you could come out and be like, hey, it was incredible to see the Secret Service react the way in which they did. It was amazing to see this thing that we talk about in person, to see them come together, protect the president, protect the first lady, protect all of us, take down the threat. It was unbelievable. As quickly as it happened, it was over. To see those brave men and women put their bodies on the line for us was an incredible thing to witness. I wish it never happened. I hope everyone's okay, that type of thing. But to have that smirk on your face, it'd be like, did you guys see this video beforehand? And did anyone else have a different reaction? I was like, I can't believe that this is the reaction to a potential assassination attempt, which never came to that, thankfully. And God bless those Secret Service agents who put their bodies on the line to protect everyone at the venue. But golly, I've never seen, even, you saw other clips. USA Today was talking to Stephen A. They were talking to all the other luminaries, and they were all like, yeah, I'm okay. That was wild. God bless America. Dana White was like, golly, where can I get more of that? Sign me up for more of that. Madness.
Yeah, Dana, I mean, he brings a good point. Like, Dana's life does seem to be like null and void of any excitement, at least nothing that gets his juices flowing. But it's like, I don't know, he gambles all the time. You know, kicks it with Steve will do it. Sure, he gets more exciting fucking scenarios than that in his daily life, but I don't know why he was so hyped up on that, honestly. Loki, I feel like Trump would have trained Dana to be a politician or president if he didn't slap his wife in public. You think Dana would be down to be a politician or nah? Me personally, I feel like Dana wouldn't. Dana do be looking like a baby sometimes when he's happy. Nah, he does. He got straight baby teeth. Dana got little baby teeth. If you ever noticed them. Nah, but honestly, guys, that's what I got for you today. Like, that's literally what I got for you. Other than like Holloway and Pereira are the UFC 6 cover athletes. The big question though is the game gonna suck or nah? Ultimate Edition has Holloway on the cover. Regular Edition has Pereira on the cover. Wonder if I could stream this on my PC. That's it. That's it, Space Kid. There's nothing else. Nah, Dana finna retire after UFC and run Zuffa boxing full time. Dana to really be a politician, motherfucker will lose his mind. Helen E. She got a little booty shorts on. The UFC curse. The UFC curse, Space Kid. That's it, says Tux. That's pretty much it. This is probably going to be the shorter stream of the week, boys. I mean, it's a no news day. It's a no news day. You know, I got a little bit more for you, so just chill out. I got a little bit more for you. I'm not going anywhere yet, but soon I will be. How true is that 1 out of 10 would you say? How true is what? Tyler Betts. Perry, we got to run it on UFC 6 or 5. I will mop you. No, I'll tell you what. I mean, I was looking up on my computer if I could do streaming without an Xbox because I don't have a gaming console, but I got like a gaming computer. Like I got a straight like laptop gaming desktop type shit. And they say I can. They say I could like stream video games on my laptop desktop. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. And it would be even doper if I could buy UFC 6 on there. Shout out to Dylan saying sub Castro back after a busy week in Mexico. Shout out, homie. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, Dylan. I was wondering where you were, homie. Come on now. I always keep track. But hope Mexico was good, homie. Or I mean, I think you live in Mexico, don't you? But I hope all is well, homie. My Leo mom, like Dana, batshit crazy, hides it well. After 40 years, pretty much can't talk to her. She's about the worst. Oh, yikes. Hey, what months is a Leo? It's fucking August, isn't it, Franklin? Gosh, bro. I don't like any of the UFC, EA UFC games. The THQ games were better. Yeah, they were. I think as soon as UFC went to EA, they got fucked. Run UFC 6, play against chat. I will. I will. I will. Okay, so yeah, if you go to champ rounds, just so you guys know, you know. Champ rounds. That's today's news. You guys want me to report on Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury? Done deal before Anthony Joshua even beats his fucking tune up. You know, it's just like there's nothing. We can go to Dovey. Oliveira married. That's a funny one. Yeah. There's nothing. No, there's actually nothing. So what I'll do though, since there's nothing. Hang on, I just got to make sure I'm not going to dox any information. But I think let's see what the app is that I can open up. Is it GeForce? Hang on. I think it's GeForce. Yeah, so I got like an NVIDIA driver or something on this laptop. And I think I could play Xbox games without an Xbox on my computer. My only fear though is that it would lag. I'm upgrading my NVIDIA app as we speak. Castro, would you ever do hookahs? Dylan. If I was like out with the homies and they were doing it, yeah, I'd probably take a few rips to be honest, but I wouldn't go out of my way and I definitely wouldn't like suggest it as a hobby. But if I got dragged into it, like it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd probably partake a little bit, you know. Not too much. I'd probably just get my fix in early and just chill the rest of the time and eat food and drink. Hookah's chill. It just does nothing, Dylan. Hookah just does nothing and you're just like tarring up your lungs for no apparent reason. I know you don't even really like inhale it, so it's kind of fine, but hookah. I've indulged in hookah quite a bit in my day, Dylan. Quite a bit in my day. I used to, but like I said, I grew up having some Persian friends. So when I was in like high school, they'd have like the hookah out. We would smoke on the hookah. It's alright. If no girls are around, shit, maybe don't do it. Kind of gets, it's like gets the girls going and shit. Like activity wise. Heard the new head from THQ at the time, drove it into the ground. RIP THQ. Yeah, RIP. I didn't even know there was a difference in the gaming. The last one that was good was when McGregor and Ronda were on the cover. The Leos love showing off how they have no fear. Leos fear having no drama, mainly drama started by them. Ah. Leos love the drama, huh, Franklin? I got you. Scooby-Doo THQ game and the SmackDown game. SmackDown was good. You heard about the football QB that didn't get drafted, even though he's supposedly top notch, but because they didn't like his attitude. No, I didn't see that, but that doesn't surprise me. Space Kid Sims seems like you had the girls in your day. Well, shit. I just remember the girls liking the hookah. The hookah was like something for like the chicks. Like you bring it out, you invite some girls over. The hookah kind of makes it an experience to where like the girls aren't just kicking it with you and the boys. It's like, oh, there's like a hookah here. We used to have this older guy come to our house, our homie's house, and just like set up his hookah, and then we'd like invite people over and shit. But if it was just us dudes in there smoking on hookah, it's kind of nah. Regular bar is low key safer. People get shot at all the hookah bars around here. Damn. That's wild. Why people be getting shot at hookah bars? What's there to beef about at a hookah bar? Space Case says not deaf. Hookah at the party is dope. Yeah, it's just a little activity, just a little activity. We run this shit. Just saw side note, LOL. Shout out Tyga. Okay, so I was gonna I don't know. I guess you can like play video games. Well, it's not even showing up on my NVIDIA app. Game Ready driver, NVIDIA Studio driver for creators. No, let's just do gamer for gamers. I don't know, just let's skip to the app. It doesn't show the NVIDIA app for some reason. Oh well. Damn, now I'm going to be getting NVIDIA push notifications. I'm going to figure it out, but yeah, there's some games you can get on here. Okay. But nah, clearly we're in the weeds, and it'll probably be the stream. Shout out to everybody watching. There's just nothing to talk about. Drug dealers and all that, small egos get broken easily. Oh yeah. Nothing worse than someone with a small ego. Basically, hookah bars in the right places is where you go after the bar closes. After party. Okay. In the Eston doing donuts. What's poppin', Bloodhound? We run the whole thing. We do run the whole thing, Franklin. All right, boys. I mean, I don't know what else to sell you. MMA Now Live and probably down to debate. Does he got something to say? It's like, shit, what's there even to debate? Never tried hookah. It's really no point. It's just like you're doing tricks. You know, you're doing tricks with smoke. It's like I said, guys, it's more so to get like some bitches. So like if there are no women around, please do not be hitting the hookah. Like the hookah just to get like a couple bitches. If it's the equivalent of like, you guys ever go outside and like, I'm not saying I ever done this because I actually haven't, but I know it's like an unpatched method. You guys ever got a bitch from like bumming a cigarette? It's the same type of thing. Like the hookah, it's like a conversation starter. You go in there, you smoke a little hookah, you talk to a baddie that you're, in there with the group with or something like that. That's what it is. It's not just like, oh, let's smoke hookah. It's on the tip of like, bumming a cigarette from a chick, getting her outside on the patio. Now you two are in an in-depth conversation for like 5 minutes while you smoke the stogie. Come on, I know how the game works. I know ball. Hookah is vape before vape flavored tobacco, except it doesn't even get you any dome at all. That sounds like crazy, but it doesn't dome you. It doesn't dome you. You get no head high from a hookah. You get more from a vape because you inhale it. MMA Now doing tricks on it. Oh, he definitely do tricks on it, Jew. You that shit goes without saying. MMA Now be doing tricks on it for sure. Praise card is solid compared to what we've been getting most of the year, but still not the best thing ever. Not today was lame. Trust me. Don't even worry about it. Okay, thank you, Franklin. At least you guys are co-signing. Like, man, I got nothing for you guys today. But it's fine, so I do need a rest at times, so it works out. I just take these days as like an off day. I inhale hookah. Oh my gosh, bro. You hardcore as hell, Bloodhound. You hardcore as hell, homie. I inhale hookah. What the fuck? You eat like cereal? You put nails in your cereal too? Oh my gosh, Bloodhound. Homie put fucking nails in his cereal too. Oh, I guess, I do want to just say before we get off here, it is like a 2-week countdown to the Joaquin Buckley fight, and I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait. I know Joaquin gonna deliver, man. I know he gonna deliver. I know he really him. He that dude. Real fighter returning. May 9th. We basically 2 weeks out. Little less than 2 weeks out. We like 13 days out. No, sorry, 12 days out. Now this card is what, this weekend, right? So thank goodness gracious we got Protez versus Madalena. Good shit. And shout out to Jew for bringing up this weekend's card. It's actually, I haven't really looked at it. Oh shit, we got Themba Grimbo returning. Never forget about our beef. Hookah is shit you do when you're 16 years old. Mystic, to be honest with you, that's exactly what I was doing when I was 16. I have not touched a hookah past 16 years old. I could promise you guys that. Can literally promise you guys that. I have not touched a hookah past 16. It's no insult. If you smoke in a hookah past 16, it's fine. I'm just telling you. Tyler Betts goes classic Buckley KO incoming question mark. I mean, honestly, with all due respect, with no jinxing involved, I personally believe, Joaquin, we got a classic KO incoming. At least I hope, right? At least I hope. That's what I'm banking on. Themba the Grifter. Yeah, Themba the Grifter. Homie got mad at me because I brought up how he don't be, fulfilling his library and shit like that. Never forget. I seen Lucas Tracy say that it's Brady by domination. No surprise there, Space Kid. No surprise there. I wonder if you guys know why I say that. No surprise there. I'm just gonna say it. All the white boys love Sean Brady. You know, they love to hate on Joaquin. He too culturally different for them to vibe with him at all. They can't even see through it. You know, I've only black pilled the white boys on here, you know, to be able to kind of see. I don't even know if black pill's the right word, but it's like I've, you know, red pilled all the boys on here to be able to see, you know, the talent of a Joaquin Buckley. Or if you just watch me, it's probably because, you know, we see it the same way. So it's none of the white boys on here necessarily. But it's like the white boys like Lucas Tracy, I'm not surprised at all that he's predicting Brady by domination. Not surprised at all. All the white boys love Brady. And to be honest with you guys, I mean this. It's true. Even Joaquin would probably say it. But it's like, you know, Joaquin a bit too black for like a lot of the white fans to really see the greatness. That's all I could say. It's no insult. You know, we all know the truth. And shit, I love Joaquin for who he is at the end of the day. I'm just speaking about everybody else. He's probably too quote unquote loud for him. Yeah, it's like, bro, like I said, he funny as hell, bro. He's a breath of fresh air. You know, we barely got any personality in the UFC. Name 5 guys who pull up on fighters. You know, the type of time that Joaquin's on, literally you could name those fighters on one hand that exist in the UFC. I'm talking pulling up on Hamzat for a fight, Darren Till, you know, Ian Gary, Sean Brady, the list goes on. He got that training with Usman too, so yeah, he does. Usman helped him out. He gave him some secrets. And Usman, I think, out-IQ'd Joaquin for sure. And I think he gave Joaquin the game. You know, that on top of just going 5 rounds with a guy like Usman, the game you get from going 5 rounds plus Usman giving you all the secrets you didn't pick up, come on now. Franklin says it's coming. KO incoming, homie. I like that training with Usman. Me too. Me too. He was getting takedowns on Usman too. It was actually great shit. Hopefully that helps the takedown defense. I think he's, if you guys want my opinion on that grappling with Joaquin, I think he's totally fine. If you guys really want to know, like, I would be honest with you. If I was a little bit worried, I'm honestly not worried about Joaquin dealing with Sean Brady's wrestling or grappling at all. To be honest, okay, if you want me to be honest, if he gets Joaquin down, he might have a bit of troubles with the grappling. But honestly, I don't see how Sean Brady's going to be taking down Joaquin. I just don't see it. I have zero worries. Like, Brady's going to come in here and take down Joaquin? What the fuck? Not scared of jinxing at this point. Shout out to Franklin. The confidence is real. You know Usman don't fuck with Brady too, and Loki, he wants Buckley to beat him, so his win looks better. Oh, of course. Of course. Usman better be riding with Buckley. Straight better be. I know he is. I know he is. I think Usman respects Joaquin a lot after that fight. And going into it, he respected him as well. Bloodhound says, I'm a self-hating white person. Cupcake goes, Joaquin might sleep Brady bad. I mean, no offense to Brady. And I hope Brady, you know, he wakes up and he goes home to his family without significant brain injury or anything like that. But I'm telling you guys, nothing would make me happier than Joaquin just, boom, sleeping dude. Just sleeping dude. It's going to happen. Usman just another level, but the respect to train together makes me happy. Nah, it's dope for sure. Brady ain't going to have that muscle and strength on Buckley. Brady's a smaller frame, I believe. Horrible matchup for Brady, TBH. Shout out to fucking Cupcake. I love it. Keep it coming. Usman needs to finally go to Turkey and get that hairline back. Oh my gosh. You know, Usman, he doesn't look bad bald, to be honest. You know what? Imagine Usman with the naps and shit. Would we like that? Brady is getting a seizure. Oh my gosh, Dylan. Dylan, I mean, shit. If he seizes, he seizes, homie. If he seizes, he seizes. Joaquin Buckley got a bag to make. He got his granny and his son to take care of. Shit, and the rest of his family too, for that matter. So, I mean, Dylan, if he seizes, he seizes. I will make sure to say a prayer for Brady before and after the knockout. I will say a prayer for Brady before and after the knockout. Brady is mid. Joaquin has gotten a lot better. No, he has. I want to show you guys one clip that I saw today. And then I'm probably going to get off. I know that we're having a good time on stream, but I'm actually kind of hungry as fuck. And it's almost 11. So, you know, forgive me. This will be the short stream of the week. But, you know, it's fine because it does allow me to do longer streams. One night of an early stream, it really does allow me to do like longer streams for the rest of the week. Okay, but I'm going to show you guys something. Useless says, sub, what's poppin', homie? Bald Buckley, new mythical fighter. Oh my gosh. Now that would actually, I'd be like, okay, Joaquin, let's get you back. Let's get you to Turkey. If Joaquin's hairline starts getting pushed back, I'm going to tell him go to Turkey. Okay, so the newborn, he posted some training footage with Joaquin today. We can't rotate the phone, obviously, but I just want you guys to see Joaquin coming in to train with Chris Alvidrez, and then Joaquin shows him a little something on the bag, and it just gives you like that vibe of like, you know, Joaquin, he's really a leader in this shit. He really does, you know, show people the game, and I feel like a lot of people just don't see it in him, and that's why I'm showing you this right now, like this setting of Joaquin coming into the gym. Chris Alvidrez is getting some training in. Joaquin meets him there mid-training session, and Joaquin gets on the bag himself. He gives them a few pointers because he really one of the fucking goats that's in this game today. That's what I believe. But let's watch this. I don't want to glaze it up too much and ruin it. God knows I will be.
Nothing like no day off, baby. You already know. Now I'm thirsty, baby. Come on. Niggas. Make sure this like royalty. Yes. Man, legacy. Headquarters. You know I gotta lead the way for my young up-and-comers, my prodigies. You know what I'm talking about? One can do it, we all can do it, baby. Let's go. You got some prospect in the game right here.
Look at Joaquin coming in now. Just straight thugging. Straight thugging. I don't care what nobody says. My man straight thugging. Okay? And then so Joaquin gonna dap up homie. Then he's gonna it's gonna cut to him, you know, hitting on the speed bag. And I can't rewind it. So everybody just feast your eyes on it while you can. But I just want to show you guys, you know, this is a little glimpse. Joaquin keeping it real private. You know, this training camp, nobody sees what he's been up to. Right? I tried to ask him about the training routine. He wouldn't even reveal it to me on air. But I mean, homie's in shape. Homie on demon time. Homie straight thugging. 2 weeks out from the fight. And watch him give Chris Alvidrez a couple pointers.
I'm homeless, okay? Man, the middle. There you go, huh? Man, the middle. 4 days off, baby. My boy's fighting May 9th. Stay tuned, man. I'm telling you, taking over top 10.
The realest black dude in the UFC, Joaquin Buckley. The top brother of the UFC, Joaquin, new money, new Mansa, Buckley. This him right here. Watch him on the heavy bag. Giving a couple pointers. Just the speed of the combos, you know? I love it, man. I love it.
Up next. Need that. There you go. There you go. Boom. And I can hold up my shot. Like,
That's all it was, really.
okay, that's what's up. I got water. Man, it's a beautiful gym. I ain't gonna hold it. Oh, just put some water, brother.
That's all it was. But I just gotta say, you know, if you watched that, you guys can rewind it on your phone. But he no diddy, but he cocked and loaded. You know, he cocked and loaded for Sean Brady. The explosiveness is there. That's what I got from that little clip. You know, the explosiveness is there. Sean Brady better be ready. He better bring his best because Joaquin bringing his best. Joaquin bringing his fucking best. Joaquin hitting his stride for real. Yeah, I don't know if you guys paid attention to him hitting the heavy bag, but it's like, bro is like cocked and loaded. Like, dude is like, the explosiveness is ready to go. I'm telling you, look out for it on fight night. Sean Brady gonna wilt to this explosiveness, this pressure. Sean Brady gonna wilt, bro. From the start of the bell in the first round, it's on. You know, Joaquin said, I gotta go get you. We don't got 5 rounds no more. I was gonna take my time with you. Now I gotta go get you. All right. From the start of that bell, Sean Brady won't have what it takes to overcome the great Joaquin Newmanson Buckley. Everybody who makes him out to be a joke. All the white boys who love Sean Brady. You feel me? Just keep that same energy come May 9th after Sean Brady gets flatlined in that octagon. I would say Bobby Green, the realest N-word in the UFC, but his parents are white. Shit. Joaquin, the realest brother in the UFC. His dad was a GD. Tyler Betts, how about that? Bobby Green's parents are white. Joaquin's dad was a GD. He's locked. Homie locked in. I've always been a Joaquin Buckley fan, never missed one of his fights. This fight is much more worth watching now. Brady is currently a minus 185 favorite. I mean, put the house on him, Dylan. LOL, someone send that clip to Lucas Tracy. I mean, please do. Please do. Someone troll Lucas Tracy. Be like, Perry Punch thinks that the only reason why you like Sean Brady is because Joaquin's too black for you. That's too good. That's too good. That's too good. Nobody says the shit I say. Except for, like, you know, Guru does joke around like that. Some other people do. No, I'm you know, who am I kidding? All the boys on MMA YouTube are kind of raunchy. We all kind of raunchy with it. We just say random shit. But it is true. I think Joaquin too black for Lucas Tracy. You know? That's why he picking Sean Brady. Not Dumas, nah, Tyler Betts. No King Green, nah. Joaquin's the top brother in the UFC. Joaquin is definitely the top brother in the UFC. Joaquin is the one who hands out, you know, the N-word passes. And, you know, Joaquin is like a big bro to Dumas in a way. King Green, you know, he older than Joaquin, but shit, Joaquin is the top brother in the UFC. You know, the top one. King Green, he was at one point in time. Now he on his way out. And, you know, if King Green want to fight about it with Joaquin, we could do that. I don't think he wants to. Because like C Mystic says, Joaquin honestly is a terrifying guy. His explosiveness is crazy. The way he put out Stephen Wonderboy was hard. Now, Joaquin is honestly a terrifying guy. Like, to be honest with you, he is a terrifying dude. If you guys don't think that Sean Brady's having nightmares, right, about this fight, you tripping. He definitely is having nightmares. Sean Brady's already historically a head case. You know, the biggest thing leading into a fight is the time in between it getting booked and showing up in that cage. You know, that's the hardest part. It's not the training. It's dealing with going to bed and waking up every day knowing there's a fight on the line. You got another man training hard to come in there and take you out. You know, not about the money, not taking food off your family's table. Now he coming to hurt you. He coming to knock you out in front of, you know, millions of fans, hundreds of thousands of fans. Tens of thousands of fans live in attendance. He coming to knock your ass out. That's the hard part of training, right? That's the hard part of fighting. Is knowing you got a fight coming up, having the date coming up. That's the hardest part. Having the date, having the opponent. It's not the training. It's not even necessarily performing. You know, it's the anxiety leading up to the performance. And that'll ultimately dictate the performance. And I believe, you know, what's Joaquin Buckley worried about when it comes to Sean Brady? He going to bed thinking this finna be a cakewalk. We're not going to disrespect Sean Brady. It's not going to be a cakewalk. You know, this is going to be a tough fight. Joaquin may have to show his mettle in there, but he's more than willing to do it. And the thing about Sean Brady is that he ain't knocking shit out. Okay, so there's nothing to fear. Okay, you know, worst case scenario, you get taken down in front of tens of thousands. You get taken down in front of tens of thousands of people. Way less bad than getting flatlined on your face or your back in front of tens of thousands of people. Eustace, great name, by the way. Definitely sub. What up? See, Mystic says, I want the Usman Islam fight. Damn. I want the Islam Ilya fight. Usman be fucking me up with his fit sometimes. Yeah, never forget the blue man fit. King Green is a kind human. Sean Brady, we had a really good performance against Leon, but it seems like everyone's been knocking that guy out. I can't wait to watch Carlos fight this weekend. Carlos versus JDM is going to be a good one. I'm excited for that one. You know dang well that Buckley doesn't change his smoke alarm batteries. Oh, that's too good, Dylan. That's too good. Bro, how the fuck do people sleep with that shit beeping? It's actually insane. You know who else does that shit? Is like Krishan Rock. She'll hop on live and she got the smoke alarm beep fitting. That's crazy. I wonder if Joaquin does change his smoke alarm battery. Who do you think wins, Joaquin? Or no, I got JDM or Prates. My heart, my brain tells me JDM. My heart tells me Prates. I'm gonna go with the brain. JDM. Mike Perry, top brother in the UFC. Joaquin would mop up Bobby Green. Yeah, exactly. Joaquin is freakishly explosive and looks like he has a screw loose. Nah, yeah. Not to mention, I mean, the dude just looks scary. He just like shredded to the gills. You know, I mean, honestly, you know, they don't come much scarier if you got to fight somebody like, dude, dark skin as hell, dude, shredded to the gills, right? Super explosive, knocks dudes out. I mean, kind of a scary dude to fight. Joaquin coming for that reverse racism. Yeah, fuck Sean Brady for calling him loud. He finna pay. And Joaquin, the type of guy that they told him they can tighten the screw back up, and he said, nah. Why does that sound like Joaquin, though? They're like, hey, man, you got a screw loose. We could fix that for you if you like. He's like, nah. I know I got that screw loose. I know I got that screw loose. Damn, you really out of perspective of how bad the Leon KO was. You really put in perspective how bad the Leon KO was. That Leon KO was bad. Protest W. Buck way too big for green, LOL. Definitely. Tyler on a main event call streak. Okay, so Tyler Betts rocking with Protez this weekend. Lock it in. Who's your top 3 MMA GOATs? Says MK Choppa. Well, we've been through this. I guess my 3 MMA GOATs. John Jones. Islam and Ilya. Homie looks like Mike Tyson when he was younger. Shredded to the gills for sure. Anyone else happy for Aljo? They really just need to have him and Alex fight, let alone it's a legacy fight. I mean, I don't even care, but I think Mozart deserves it first, Mystic. I do. I think Mozart, bro, it's like, how much longer are we going to delay this? Let's just get that on the road already, you know? And then Aljo will be ready to return. But let's get that show on the road. Mozart and Volk. And then, you know, Aljo can step up if he wants to. I really could care less. All right, boys. I'm going to dip out. I'm a debate. I didn't even eat or anything. I just hopped on stream after the gym. So at least we did an hour and 11 minutes, and that should be good. That should be good. No real news today, so let's not burn out the battery today. Let's save it for when there's something to talk about. But Protez versus JDM, that's a great fight coming up this weekend in Perth, and it's going to be, you know, on Perth time. It's not going to be local time, so that's a little heads up for this Saturday. So if we look at Tapology, it's going to start at 4 a.m. Eastern, so 1 a.m. Pacific. So, I mean, we're going to be watching this shit through the night, boys. I'll be on here with you, though. 1 a.m. Pacific, we're going to be watching this card on a Friday evening, pretty much. All right, shout out to you, boys. Thank you, everyone, for all the support after. I see all you guys telling me to go eat and shit, W stream. So thank you. Rest up, brother. Have a good night, brother. Blessed night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mystic. Thank you, Cupcake. Thank you, Bloodhound. Thank you, Useless. All right, boys. I'm going to shout you guys all out. Oh, Bloodhound goes, I just ate a box of SpongeBob fruit snacks. Shout out, Bloodhound. That sounds pretty good. I'll be here at 3 a.m. Shout out, Useless. I'll see you guys here. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow as well. All right, peace out, everybody. Peace out, Mystic. Peace out, Tyler Betts. Peace out, Useless. Peace out, Buyer Seller. Peace out, Bloodhound. Peace out, Cupcake. Peace out, Space Kid. Peace out, MK Choppa. MK Choppa, if you're new, subscribe, homie. We live every day for 90 days. Shout out everybody supporting the 90-day live stream streak, by the way. That is greatly appreciated. And then Tuxedo, thank you for the donos today as well, homie. Much appreciated. C Mystic, shout out, homie. Franklin, shout out. Jew, shout out. Dun Daughter, shout out. Spire Seller, shout out. Tyler Betts, shout out again. Dylan, welcome back. Shout out to you, homie. Tony M, shout out, homie. My member, Tony M. Eric Gould, shout out, homie. Tuxedo Mask, another shout out for you. Just another special one. Joao Pereira, shout out, homie. Dun Daughter, shout out, homie. Otto, shout out, homie, if you were in here. I know you'll probably catch the replay if you didn't catch it tonight. And that's all. Soda Pop. Good to see Soda Pop in here. All right, shout out to everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I mean, we need some news, so let's hope for some news tomorrow. Peace out, boys.